Have you ever pondered the profound significance of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in the Christian faith? This event, central to Christianity, is a riveting narrative of sacrifice, faith, and fulfillment of prophecy. The crucifixion of Jesus Christ isn't just a historical account. It's a story that resonates with millions around the world, symbolizing the ultimate act of love, the sacrifice of God's own Son for the redemption of humanity's sins. It's a tale of a man, Jesus of Nazareth, who after being judged and condemned, carries his own cross to Golgotha, becoming the beacon of hope and salvation for believers. This event is so pivotal, it's detailed in the New Testament Gospels, each account adding depth and perspective to this profound occurrence. As we explore this central event in Christianity, we'll delve into the chronological events of the crucifixion as narrated in the New Testament Gospels. So, are you ready to journey back to that pivotal moment in history? The journey to Golgotha begins after Jesus is judged by Pontius Pilate and condemned to death. The weight of the cross is heavy, yet Jesus, with a strength that transcends the physical, carries it upon his shoulders. He moves towards what is known as Golgotha, a stark place ominously referred to as the place of the skull. There he is not alone in his suffering. Two criminals share his fate, each affixed to their own cross, one on his left and the other on his right. Above the head of Jesus, an inscription is placed written in the languages of the land, Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. It reads, "Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews." This proclamation is not without its detractors. The Jewish priests and Pilate himself would dispute its wording. However, the inscription, like the man beneath it, would stand resolute amidst the controversy. This inscription, Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews, would cause controversy, yet it would remain unchanged. On the cross, Jesus is not alone. His mother Mary and other close followers are nearby. The scene is as poignant as it is profound. The soldiers, indifferent to the gravity of the moment, are caught up in the mundane act of dividing Jesus' garments. They cast lots for his tunic, a detail that bears testament to the fulfillment of a biblical prophecy. In the midst of this, Jesus' concern for his mother Mary remains paramount. He sees her and the disciple he loved standing nearby. In a moment that underscores his compassion even in the face of his own suffering, he entrusts the care of his mother to this disciple. A simple act, yet one that speaks volumes about Jesus' character. As the crucifixion progresses, Jesus becomes aware that everything had been accomplished. To fulfill the scriptures, he expresses his thirst and is offered wine on a sponge. The simple act of accepting the wine marks yet another prophecy fulfilled. Then comes the moment that will echo through the ages. After consuming the wine, Jesus declares, "It is finished." This statement is not just an acknowledgement of his physical ordeal coming to an end, it signifies the completion of his divine mission. With these final words, Jesus bows his head and surrenders his spirit. A moment of profound silence follows, marking the end of a life that would forever change the course of human history. With his final words, "It is finished," Jesus bows his head and surrenders his spirit. Following Jesus' death, the Jewish leaders request the bodies be removed from the cross due to the approaching Sabbath. This was a day of high sanctity, and it was unthinkable to have bodies hanging on crosses. So, they asked Pilate to hasten the death of the crucified by breaking their legs, a common practice in Roman executions to speed up the process. The soldiers, complying with the request, break the legs of the two criminals crucified alongside Jesus. However, when they come to Jesus, they find he's already dead. There's no need to break his legs, fulfilling the scripture in Exodus that not a bone of the Passover lamb shall be broken, an unexpected prophecy that finds its completion in Jesus. But to ensure he's indeed dead, one soldier thrusts a spear into Jesus' side. From his wound flows a sudden rush of blood and water, a sight that startles the onlookers. This occurrence fulfills another prophecy from Zechariah: "They will look on the one they have pierced." These actions, seemingly brutal and arbitrary, are in fact steeped in symbolic significance and prophetic fulfillment. They bear witness to the divine orchestration at play, even in these grim moments following the crucifixion. As prophesied, Jesus' legs are not broken, but his side is pierced, marking the end of a momentous event. The crucifixion, far from being a tragic end, is a pivotal moment in the grand narrative of redemption and salvation. After these events, Joseph of Arimathea, a secret follower of Jesus, requests permission to remove Jesus' body. A man of prominence, Joseph was a secret disciple of Jesus, his faith hidden for fear of persecution from the Jewish authorities. However, in this moment of profound grief, he steps forward, his devotion overriding his fear. This act of courage is accompanied by another significant figure, Nicodemus. Remembered for his clandestine meeting with Jesus under the cover of night, Nicodemus too emerges from the shadows, joining Joseph in this final act of respect and devotion. Together they approach Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor, to request the body of Jesus. Their request is granted, and they take Jesus down from the cross. The scriptures tell us that they wrap the body of Jesus in linen, a fabric associated with purity and righteousness, and customary in Jewish burial rites. Along with the linen, they use a mixture of myrrh and aloes, aromatic spices that serve both a practical and symbolic purpose. Their use in burial rituals is a sign of honor and respect for the deceased. The body of Jesus is then placed in a new tomb, hewn out of rock, located in a garden near the Crucifixion site. This is significant because it fulfills the prophecy in Isaiah, which says that the Messiah would be buried with the rich. Joseph of Arimathea, a wealthy man, offers his own tomb, which was new and unused, signifying that Jesus was without sin. These actions, performed with deep reverence and faith, underscore the fulfillment of scriptures. They highlight the unwavering devotion of Jesus' followers, even in the face of immense sorrow and despair. Each detail, from the burial spices to the new tomb, echoes the prophecies of old, reinforcing the belief that Jesus was indeed the promised Messiah. The crucifixion and burial of Jesus Christ, as narrated in the New Testament Gospels, serve as the foundation of Christian faith, emphasizing the fulfillment of scriptures and the unwavering faith of Jesus' followers.